I live in one of the most boring places in the world with taking pictures of a curvature. I live close to Gardermoen, which is one of Northern Europe's biggest flat plains. As you can see behind me here, I'm on my way into Oslo, a place called Grefsentoppen. And there I'm gonna get a quite good, nice view, I hope. And I'm gonna take on some lens distortions and zooming and bits and pieces. I brought my water level. Look at that view. And yeah, let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm not quite sure yet, but stay with me. I've got about a mile left or something. While I'm driving here, I'm gonna get a little bit personal. For the last 8 years, I got ME or CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome. So I'm involuntarily couch-bound, and because of that, I'm not that much out and doing my own experiments. That's why I'm using SketchUp all the time. But now I'm driving all the way up to the top, so there's not much walking, just 100 meters or something. I tried to take a trip here the other day to a place called Skreikampen. But that was, there's a sign on the bottom said you're gonna use 1 hour. But 45 minutes in, I was only a third of the way, so I had to turn around. And hopefully my body is working better when it's getting warmer in the summer, so I can do a little bit more. But until then, and it's just gonna be mostly me and my SketchUp. Oh, I can see the view here now, it's gorgeous. Until then, I got some plans, but I just have to wait till my body works a little bit better. Oh, this is going to be great. No clouds, sunshine, about 4 degrees Celsius. I'm not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but just above freezing. Car park, not this one. I'm getting closer. Yeah, I brought my water level to see if the horizon really rises to eye level or not. I don't think so. Here we are. And I'm going to do a bit collimation, because collimation doesn't exist. Oh, it exists, but not in a way. Here we are. Not in a way that most flat earthers believe. So yeah, let's see what I'm gonna do. See you in a couple of minutes. This part I'm just gonna fast forward because this is just documentation of what I did. First I had a 10mm, and I'm lining up and focusing and planning my shots. So, not much exciting going on here. The one part I will point out is when I take the pictures there and there, that is the change of eye level from center of the lens on top here to the center of the lens down there. That's the change of eye level, and that eye level is straight ahead, all over the place. You will see that in the later pictures. And as I get to the narrow lens, this is 24 and 70. Now you can see that the tilt is, wait for it, there and there. Now the eye level is just about the same. And with 100 and 400, this is where Miles Davis and everybody else zooming in pretty far away. You'll see that the difference between up and down, that's the part, that's the difference. And there and there, that's the difference in eye level. So yeah, there's not much difference between 400 millimeter. Now is for the collimation part. So I took the height of the center of lens. It was 1 meter and 12 centimeters. That's about 44 inches from the floor to the center of the lens. Now it's 400 and 100. And I changed to the 2470 or 1020. I'm not sure if I'll jump over it. But as you can see, there's a lot fiddling because everything is upside down in the wrong place. So then I turn it around and folded it down so I can get the same height on the tripod. And as you can see here, it's not ending up in the exact same spot. You will see that in a 10 millimeters later. But for this experiment, that has nothing to say because it's the horizon I'm taking pictures of, not the railing. You will see that later. And then the 100 to 400. And afterwards, I'm going to compare this in Photoshop. So I'll see you in the computer in a few seconds. So let's take a look at those pictures. First of all, I'm going to start here with the skreikampen I told in the car. From this point and up here, it should take 1 hour. But after 45 minutes, I got here. But this is steep. I shot this picture straight ahead, so eye level is actually in the middle of the picture. You can see it goes straight up here and further up. And this is just the start of it. So hopefully into the summer with no snow and warmer weather, I'm gonna try again because I think the view up here is gonna be great. Now to Grefsenkollen, I'm gonna do this. You can see here, 10 millimeter. This was straight ahead, and then I tilted the camera up, and you can see here now the horizon is curved this way, so there is barrel distortion. Here is pretty much straight. I'm not going to go into curvature here because this is not water, this is hills, so curvature here is not an option. And you can see here, I was a bit unlucky here, so I hit the camera. But this is now distorted that way compared to here. And then I zoomed into 20. There's not much difference here because pretty much straight is pretty much straight. But here you can see now, the top here is straight. It's not bend that way. It's straighter. And the same here. This line is straight. So in 10 millimeters there is distortion, but not so much in 20 in the same lens. So I switched to the 2470. Again straight and up, you can see the straight line, and down, straight line. No distortion. Nothing to speak about. This will not in any way, shape or form distort the horizon in any way. Same lens, 70. Straight line, straight line, straight line. And at last the 100. Straight, straight, straight. No hocus pocus, no magic, nothing. And 400 millimeters, just the same. That's Holmenkollen, world famous ski jump. So I'm gonna jump over here, in here. Now I turn my camera upside down to test that collimation bit. And to do that, I'm gonna use this picture and I'm going to turn it the other way around in Photoshop and see if there's something different here in the distances between the horizon and the hills here. So I'm going to take the upside down picture, where did it go? Here, and compare it with this one. There. We can rotate it, of course. That way. Now we can see here. We can take this building about the same place. There's no much difference there. So collimation is not a thing. I'm not pointing directly 100% at the same spot, but collimation is not a thing. We can take this one on that building and paste it on here. There. You can see how there's not changing anything. It's exactly the same. There isn't much difference. You can see there's a bit twist because the camera wasn't 100% level. You can see it go down on the right side and up on the left side, but that's just the rotation of the camera. So, yeah, no collimation whatsoever. We can do the same on the 10mm or 20. Let's see. $12. And yeah, these two. And let's take that spot onto here. Now it was 12mm, not 10, so it's probably, I have bumped the zoom or something. And the camera is not 100% on the same spot, you can see that here. But again, there is no collimation to speak of here in any way. If this would be changing the horizon, it will be a whole lot more than this one. There's, except for the railing here, because the camera was not in 100% same spot, the height is the same. So, yeah, collimation is not a thing. And to end it off on Grefsenkollen, of course I had to check if the horizon was in here. And it was sort of, but I could choose. I can do this and this, So that contraption was not that accurate. Maybe nothing to support either model. So instead I did, this. Hey, where'd it go? Water level. This is the way to do it. And now you can see here that the horizon drops. And very much so. There's no doubt. Horizon drops. But then I had to go. So when I get home, I took that board and did this. And this is with the 10mm close up, and now you can see the distance here and here to the horizon. Now it bends, and the same bend is in both that board and the horizon. It doesn't matter what distance it is. It's the same distortion. The camera doesn't care how far away that board or horizon is. Distortion happens after the light hits the lens. Now it's on top, and you can see it goes that way. So distortions is in the lens, not in front or behind. Now this bends that way, and the horizon is straight. And now it bends this way, and the horizon is straight, because the horizon is in the center of the frame. So anytime you take pictures of the horizon, do it center of frame. There should be no doubt. Or even possibly a little bit lower, just to avoid that curvature. Rather get that one, because that curvature will never be the same as that one, if you get my point. So yeah, distortions. Not very much more to say about that part. It was a great day, so yeah. That was the second part about photography. Next time, I'm not quite sure yet, but there will be more. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Bye.